Okay, here we are. We are live. Let's just make sure I really am live. Let's just check. Yes, I am. Oh my goodness, I'm live. Okay, first time for everything, right? So if you're here, let me know that you're here by leaving a comment in the chat so that I can. Hey, Danny's here. I see you. Okay, phew, it worked. Can you hear me? Sound is okay, everything's good. So, all right. So I'm starting on my face, but we're gonna switch over to, hey, Amy's here too. Life in the Mitten, that's Amy. And Laura's here. Dee Practical, if you guys didn't know, that's Dee. That's Danny. And good. I got confirmation that I have sound, and we're not going to mention the cats because right now they're behaving and they're sleeping. So I'm just going to hopefully let them go. Oh, Cindy's here from South California. So great to have you guys. Oh, my word. This thing actually worked. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. Okay, so don't look at my background. And I'm going to try not to look down. So I have to look up here at the camera. My background is a disaster back there, but we're not going to look there for very long. Yes, the admin team from the Stationary Nerd Herd is all here. So Danny is here, and Laura and Amy. Thank you guys for being here. Cindy, so great to see you. So I'm just gonna dive right in, because there's a lot of work to do. So the bad thing is I was not able to figure out how to do a dual cam situation here. Andre from Quebec, so great to have you here. So what I have to do, the camera that I'm using here, it needs to be flipped. So I'm going to try to do that and not make it really horrible, okay? Okay, wish me luck, or just like look away for a minute, okay? So we're just going to switch the camera, and I'm pretty sure. Ooh, so that was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So that's good. But I do need to raise the little tripod thing here. So here we go. We have liftoff. All right, you guys. So here's the deal. My journal that I use for work is I used my last available page. Sorry, I'm still adjusting. I used my last available page in this journal. So this is what I use for work. This is a Shinola leather cover, and I do 1 page per day in this journal, and I used my last page on Friday. I have no more pages left. Oh, I guess I have a couple of miscellaneous stragglers in the back. But it's time for me to migrate out of this one and into the new one. So this is actually my 3rd Life Noble notebook, and it is an A5 and it's grid. But the problem that I have is that it's too short. So, or my journal cover is shorter than my notebook, so I have to cut off about that much. So that's the first big issue. In fact, I'm just going to take the whole thing out of here. The other issue is I've been so crazy busy that I've not done a very good job of migrating stuff each month. as I was supposed to. So typically what I do, I don't know, you guys like talk to me in the chat so I don't feel like I'm just talking to myself. So what I typically do is at the end of each month is I do a tasks forward, which is basically going through everything from the previous month and making sure that I have captured all of the tasks that needed to get done. So my journal is all about task capture. So as things come in, they get written on the list. As things go out, they get crossed off in green or moved into something else or assigned out to somebody. Things that did not get finished or got moved to another place or needed to be migrated gets crossed off in gray highlighter. So I just use a gray and a kind of a turquoise green for task tracking. All right, Danny has a question. Do you prefer A5 Slim for your work journal, or are you cutting it down specifically for the cover? It's the cover. This leather is amazing. It was a gift, and it is Shinola, which is a brand here in Michigan, Detroit. They make bicycles and watches. They also make journals and journal covers. This one is no longer available, but the leather is super yummy. And it's worth it to customize my notebook to fit the leather. So you can see that it is about, I have to cut off about 1 inch. It's not that I prefer, maybe it's about 1/2 inch. Not that I prefer that size. I would actually prefer it to be this full size, but it's all about the cover. Are your dates, stamps, stickers, or something else? So it's something else. So Laura, here's, I print, this is printed on sticker paper. This is just a month, so that I just got a month at a glance at the beginning of the month. And then in here, let's flip to a page. It's actually got some stuff in here. This is kind of a bad example, but we're going to go with it. So this is a sticker, and this is a sticker. And we're going to talk about those right now. So these stickers I got on AliExpress. It's really just like, it says May. And it's just 1 through 31. And they're washi stickers, so they're super thin. This is totally decorative. This is from Amy. So Tyrian Design. Amy is Life in the Mitten here in the chat. Her shop is on Etsy as Tyrian Design. And then these are just little tiny strips that have 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10, 11, 12 that go on each of the pages. And yes, I asked her to customize these for me. So when I need more, she just prints them for me. And I'm not going to show you the back of this because there's freebies in here that I didn't use. Oops. I know, she's going to yell at me. Anyway, so we'll get into this because I have to set up my new journal too. So I'll show you how all that works. Okay. Before I do too much, I want to get this journal cut down because part of the process that I need to go through tonight is actually migrating stuff from the old journal into the new. And I don't want to migrate unless I'm on the correct size. So I'm just going to set these aside. All right, so I don't know any other way to do this except the hard way. So we're going to see how this works. I'm just going to clear the deck because I'm going to bring out the big guns of my big printer or my big cutter. So move this computer over a little bit. All right, stored down here underneath the table. This is very heavy. Okay, I think I need to go up a little bit with this. Let's see what we got here. All right, it doesn't even fit all the way on the table, you guys. Oh, and I kind of need to dust. All right, so this is my heavy duty paper cutter. It can cut up to 400 sheets of paper at once. And the way that I measure this is probably not the correct way, but I'm just gonna where's my little thingy? This is my lever. All right. Safety. And yes, the blade comes down. And I'm just going to put the blade down all the way. Push that out of the way. Push this up against. And then that's my official way of measuring. Pull this out. Put the blade back up. Okay. And then this, you can't see from here, but there's a little, like an arm that's coming down and holding the notebook into place. Like, just squeeze it down. Okay, here we go. Safety. And it's cut. Okay. And I don't have a trash right here, so we're just going to stick this under here. So there you go. And then release it from the clamp. And then we have a short notebook. Okay, and now I can put this down. Put the guard back. Oops, I should have probably been using the guard. Safety first, you guys. So this paper cutter I got on a really good deal on Amazon. I've been looking at it forever, but I probably would still be looking at it if it wasn't such a good deal. But now that I have it, I can't believe how much I use it. Not just for cutting down notebooks, but for everything. Like, I use it all the time. So I've used it to cut leather. I've used it to cut note cards, all kinds of things. So, all right, this is Diet Fago Red Pop. So just gonna have a little drink break. All right, what do we got here? Yes, Laura, Amy's stickers are amazing. Oh, Rita, hi, how are you? So nice to have you here. Yes, Danny, it is amazing. Okay, so let's put the new notebook in its new home. And it fits so beautifully. Looks like a little piece of washi sitting there. And I wish that the cover wasn't red on this notebook, but this is, you don't get a choice in the matter. I feel like I'm doing this the hard way. I don't know what's going on here. There we go. Because I want the grid notebooks, the grid paper, and so I get red. Oops, this is not sitting in there well. I think it needs to go a little bit this way. Beautiful. It's so little. like it gets so slim because, you know, look at the difference. Old, fat notebook, slim Jim new one. Okay, so I have another little problem. I'm just full of problems today, aren't I? Okay, so whenever I set up a new notebook, I have some printables. Oh, I totally forgot about this. I don't know how I did this. Okay, I'll think about that in a minute. Okay, I always print stuff that I just cut out and re-glue into the notebook that I'm moving into. That way I don't have to draw out a bunch of stuff, and I don't have to remember all of the layout stuff. The problem is that I tried to print these things and my printer is running out of ink, and so this looks really bad. So you are not going to be subjected. Like, look at the difference in the color here. It's like crazy. But this is the color palette for the brand that I work for. And then in the back, I have quick reference, like the printers that we use and different vendors, so that their phone numbers are just really handy, and then a map for reference. So, and then I also, obviously, we already talked about printing the month. So even though I have these, I'm not going to cut them. I'm not even going to use them or pretend that I'm going to use them, because I have to reprint them and do that another day. So, and then this is something that I tried in the last journal. I just took a page protector and like taped the side of it, like cut it down and taped the side, and then I was using it as a pocket for the contact sheet for people in my department. However, I never used it. It's kind of cool, and I wonder if maybe I can reimagine how I would use that, but I don't know. I don't think it's worth doing it again. So 1, 2, I'm going to skip this page 3. So I need to skip the first 3 pages and go to 4th page, and we are starting May. And that fits just perfectly. So I printed this on sticker paper, and I'm just going to stick it in. And the pressure, oh my goodness, the pressure of you guys watching me while I do this. I'm going to try not to screw it up, okay? Okay, there we go. And then I like to do a strip of washi tape along the edge so that I have a quick reference. And I'm telling you right now, I don't have any washi tape over here on this work table. Oh wait, what's over here? I have this or this. So I'm going to just use this. So it's just a green check. Not anything super fantastic, but it doesn't have to be. Rita, no, I do not use index pages at the beginning. I also don't use a bullet system, so I don't need a key. The way that I have this journal set up is it's really more of a date book than it is a bullet journal, because literally it's 1 page per day. And so it's not like, oh, I'm sorry, this is really far up there. Let me just bring this down a little bit so you can see what's going on. Is that better? So it's 1 page per day. Sometimes I'll do notes from a meeting or something if I don't have my regular notebook with me that I do notes in. But to be honest, there's no reason for me to have an index at the front. And in fact, even in my regular personal bullet journal, I don't use an index. I'm a flipper. I'm okay with flipping, which is why I do the washi tape at the beginning of the month, so that I could easily flip through the pages and find the month that I need. Okay, so here's going to be the really boring part, you guys. I started doing some of this earlier today, but it didn't go so well, and I only got through, I guess I did actually get through up to February through March, and I have all of April to do. So as I said, I've really been, hey, Caterpillar, how are you? Nice to see you here. Things have been busy, and I haven't had time to migrate my stuff into each new month. So I'm just going to do that now, and it's not going to be very exciting at all. So you guys are going to have to ask questions so that I can talk about stuff that's a little bit more exciting than migrating tasks, okay? So I'm just going to create myself a page, and it might be 1 or 2 pages of tasks forward, and then I'll go through this journal and pull them out and move them over. Don V, Filmora Tutorials. How the heck are you? I used to use Filmora until I discovered Premiere Rush. So, and yes, this, Danny, this is very good for fountain pens. And in fact, I'm using one of my Moonman pens right now, which is why I keep coming back to this notebook, because it's so good with fountain pens. And I just, I screwed up on the 3rd letter that I wrote. Isn't that lovely? So it's okay. I don't care. So I'm just going to write some stuff that's on the last migrated page. I mean, I don't think that you really want to know what these are. Hey, Don, so good for you to be here. And I think I'm still in that Facebook group, actually. Filmora, for those stationary nerds who don't know, is a video editing software that I used when I gave up trying to learn how to use Premiere Pro. My poor little brain couldn't wrap my head around it, so I gave up. So, I don't know. Somebody talk to me. I wish you guys could like speak instead of just watch me write. So, on this list, I'm actually sorting them by department. And then as I write them down, I should probably be not in green, in gray, because I'm moving them. And then I usually have these sorted by departments. Amy, yes, I agree. It's weird to not just speak to the computer and have me hear you. Rita, it's not a stupid question. It's totally my fault because so February was the last day that I actually migrated stuff. And these things, I checked them just before the video started. These things are not done yet. So then I actually went forward to March, and instead of writing them in April because I didn't have a space in them for April, I just flipped back to February and wrote them here because I knew that I was going to need to migrate stuff. And so that's what I'm doing. That it's basically showing you that I'm catching up from February, March, and April to migrate into May. There's not a whole ton of things because most things get taken care of right away. Or get assigned out to someone or put into the project management software that we use at work. So, or they get assigned to Amy. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't have, I can't say I don't have the time because I do have the time. It's that I haven't taken the time to migrate regularly like I should. It's really warm here today. It's been like 80 degrees and sunny. I actually sat outside for a little while today, just reading and enjoying the sunshine. What's weather like where you're at? I know that we've got some folks from overseas. Danny, you were doing birthday stuff today. Is it your birthday or somebody else's? Oh, there's no way I can do daily. Oh my word. And I guess it's actually because I don't use this journal as my task to be completed list or project book. It's really more about capturing tasks as they come in and then making sure they go out right away to either somebody else or to the project management tool that we use, or to just like get it done and cross it off right away. And sometimes I get it done and move on, but I put it in my journal just so I can cross it off and keep a record of when it came in. Danny, it's your birthday on Tuesday. Happy birthday. Rita, yes, these calendar pages that I print are available on the website. It's actually on is it on Etsy? I'm pretty sure it's on Etsy or it's on, go to stationarynerd.com/shop and it's in the printables section. I'm actually standing, so if you see me like moving around a little bit, that's why. All right, so I think I captured, oops, one more. I was doing something else and came across this pen. I totally forgot about it. And I was so excited. So gray means that it is moved somewhere else or that I don't care about it anymore. And this gray highlighter is Oh, it's given up the ghost. Okay, so now that that list is done and moved over, I can just go through quickly. So I know that February is done. I already looked through February, so March. A lot of this stuff is going to be done. One of my favorite things is the size cheat sheet. Yes. Yeah, I do have it in my my personal journal. Let me go get it. I'll be right back. It was just across the living room. So this is the size cheat sheet. That's available for free to print in the Stationery Nerd library. But yeah, I reference this all the time just to remember what A5 is versus B5 or B6 or any of these other miscellaneous ones. So yeah, all of these are available for print. This is another of the calendar designs that you can get in the shop. Okay, so just going to cross stuff off as I go. Telegraph is done. You're actually planning, so Danny says that I am actually planning my week ahead in my Hobonichi whilst I watch. Oh, yay. So it truly is a plan with me. Yeah, Rita, totally download that cheat sheet from the library. Yeah, I don't think this gray highlighter is going to make it to the end of this video. I think it's funny when I get to pages that I have used a glitter pen to write with, because you can tell on those days that when I decide that I'm going to write with one of those Pentel Sparkle Pop pens, that I was having a rough day that day. And I just needed to, have a little bit of sunshine in my day. So yeah, that workflow document is not done. I need to work on that this week. That envelope task is not done. Oops, that's not done. It actually needs to get done by like Wednesday. This is actually pretty close to, like, this is April 20th is where I'm at right now. So some of this stuff was just last week. Oops, I was just crossing stuff off with the wrong highlighter. Let's cross this stuff off in the right color. So guys, I booked vacation today. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I'm gonna go sit on a beach and not talk to anybody for a whole week. That's the plan. Facebook Live, PowerPoint. that workflow document is over here again. I'm going to cross it off in gray just to hold myself accountable, even though I already wrote it there. That's done. That's done. Leave that there. That's done. That's done. I bet you talk to me. What's that mean? Amy, there are things on this list that are related to you. Do any of you work with people in office that understand obsession? Well, yeah, actually, Amy and I work together. So we both know the obsession. There's a couple others. There's a guy who works in another department who loves pens and has an obsession with fountain pens. So that's always fun when we happen to be in the same place at the same time and we get to compare which pens we're all using. Okay, that's done. Look at, I'm on April 22nd. I'm so close. Oh, yes, oh, yes, Amy, I'm sure I'll talk to you while I'm on vacation because, you know, that's just how it is. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to put my head in the screen. So that's done. That's done. That is in progress. This is not done. And that is done. All right, I need to put this over here. Okay, close. We're so close. And that's already written there, so I'm going to mark that off. Jobs templates, did that. Earth Day, we did that. Did that. And you guys didn't stop me. I was highlighting with the gray again. So awards, I didn't do that. I think it might be too late to do that. I almost feel like the things that are on these last couple of pages, I just need to save for another day. Because a lot of this stuff just needs to get put into the project management stuff. So I'm just going to hold off on anything else the rest of the book. I'm going to bring this up to here, which is where I've stopped migrating. This is awesome. I love a fat notebook, you guys. Don't you love a fat notebook? Amy, yes, you can admit that you don't care about the awards right now because same. Okay, I am officially in this book. So let me show you what I do. I should probably cap that. I feel like I have like hair in my face today, so. All right. So I am going to pull out black pen. I'm using the Pilot High-Tech Coletto, and I'm just going to use the black pen. And I'm going to pull out the stuff that I need. And then the rest of this stuff, this needs to go back here. June and July, and then this is June. And I think I'm out. I'm just going to put another one of these here. Yeah, so Rita, I'm going to I have to print the resource pages for the back too, just because once I realized how bad the printer was here at my house, I just stopped. I didn't print anything else. So I'll add those. And, you know, it's super fast because I just print it on sticker paper, cut it out, and slap it on the page. So it's not like a huge setup process either, which makes life so much easier when you're starting a new notebook. So here's what I do. And I do set up, if I can grab the time, I set up an entire month at a time because I'm just doing every day. So I typically have to start with this. Do you want me to put you guys closer even? Better? I love that idea with resource pages going to do the same. Yes, it's so helpful to just have a file that you can pull up every single time you start a new journal and just print. So now that I have my line, I can actually just go through and draw them all. Draw them all. I feel like I put an extra L in there. Pounce was just sleeping in a box, and Jack just kicked her out so that he could sleep in that box. I swear, you guys, these cats are rambunctious today. Yes. So let me tell you, Danny, you mentioned that you migrate at the end of every day. There's no way that I could do that. I actually work off of several days at a time in the journal. And as you can see, when I was going through and just marking things off, it's pretty normal for me to be able to get something done or move it off of my list the same day that it comes in. So I don't really need to touch those things and migrate every single day because I'm literally flipping back and forth every day. So it's normal for me to look back and actually work off of 3 or 4 pages at a time. All right. Hello, Heather. So nice of you to be here. So what do you have, like tasks that you have for your business or your personal? What kinds of things do you put on your journal pages that you need to migrate every day? Just so that I don't draw too many pages, I'm going to put a page marker in there when I get to about 20. All right, so where's everybody from? I saw Quebec, I saw South California. Drop a comment in the comment box and let me know where you're at. So Danny, mostly business tasks. You write down way more than you can manage and sometimes come up and something comes up to prevent you from completing. Yeah, I understand. I understand completely, which is probably why I don't migrate, because it's normal for a task to sit on my list for 3 or 4 days before it gets moved somewhere. So I would hate to have to move that task 4 times before I was able to move it off. And really, my journal is more about capturing the task when it comes in versus using it as a to-do list. So Rita, you're from Boston. My accountability partner's from Boston. He's actually hiking this weekend, so we didn't have our regular Saturday call. But yeah, great place. Tampa Bay, Florida, home of Busch Gardens and Winter, the Dolphin. You know, that's kind of the area where I'm going for vacation, Heather. And I've been down there so many times. Anna Maria Island is among my favorite places on the planet. Laura's in Pennsylvania. My aunt and uncle used to live in Pennsylvania. We would go to Hershey Park when we were kids and go and visit them. All right, this is my last page that I'm going to do before I start putting on some stuff. Oh, Paper Seahorse, is that in Tampa? Do I need to go? Oh, I'm sorry, Laura. I know you love Anna Maria Island just as much as I do. All right, so let's look at a calendar here. Let's just look at this one. So I don't care about that. So Monday is the 3rd. So these stickers, I always have problems with them because they're so thin that I usually end up pulling all of these like in between pieces off so that it's easier, and plus it's so satisfying. Like, so, Heather, I don't get it. You can't go to Anna Maria Island? Like, you haven't been over there? Oh, I'm so sad for you. You need to go just so that you can say that you went on behalf of Laura and Pam. We've got the best restaurant on Anna Maria Island called the Sandbar, I think is what it's called. It's right on the water, and so when you get there and you have to wait an hour, you're kind of okay with it because you can just go sit on the sand and wait, and they will call you when you're ready for a table. All right, so Monday is the 3rd. So I do a little bit of like production line kind of stuff. You do all the same things for the whole month, and then you go back and do the next thing for the whole month. Yeah, I guess that's true. Like when you live someplace, you don't go to the tourist locations. You just go about your daily life, right? That's why I think I would be afraid to move someplace that I love vacationing, because I would worry that I don't get to go on vacation or go visit the places that I love so much. Tweezers would be great here. Yes, you are correct. However, I don't have them right now. So 10th, just kind of looking at the calendar here in front of me to see what we're doing. Okay. Can't believe that we're already in May. How did that happen? Wasn't it just January a minute ago? Hello, Jennifer. How are you? You missed all of the really boring stuff. So now you're on to the exciting part of where I'm actually setting up the month. So my work journal, I did do a video. I don't know, a year or so ago, just before the pandemic, actually, because everything changed during the pandemic. But I did a video about what my work journal setup was like, and I had created a note-taking journal and talked about using OneNote and how I used digital planning along with this paper journal. So pretty much during the past year with the pandemic, everything kind of changed. So, of course. All right, so the 21st is a Friday, so the 24th. 24th. And the 25th. Almost to the end. Jennifer, don't apologize. We're glad you're here. All right, so the 27th and the 28th are kind of like it's leading up into vacation, so I'm not sure that I'm going to use these pages, but we're going to set them up anyway, just because that's how I roll. And plus, the next page would be June. All right, so then this is useless to me. I would not use this for anything else. And even the 31st, which is a Monday, that is a holiday for me, so I wouldn't even set up the 31st. I feel like it's raining outside. Yes, it is. All right, so Jennifer, so Heather, I like your comment about going to someplace small and out of the way. So, you know, since I'm going to be in your neck of the woods, if you've got ideas, feel free to shoot them to me. I would love to know where the locals go. So I add these little timestamp stickers, and I've always said in the past that I live and die by my digital calendar. I do not use my planner as a calendar. or to tell me where I need to be or when, or rely on it for meetings. And that is still true. The way that I use this top section is more for planning for the coming day. So my calendar actually changes multiple times during the day, not just like the week before, but my calendar is like crazy. And so I like to take a few minutes at the end of each day and kind of look to see what's coming up for the following day, at least to get a flavor for what the day is going to look like. And then that's when I write those things on this top part of my page to get a sense of what's coming the next day. And then even if things change, when things change the next day, because they will inevitably change a bazillion times, I don't bother updating the journal. Really, the stuff that's at the top of these pages is, it has served its purpose once I start my day. And I don't need to reference it to tell me where to be for the rest of the day. So these numbers, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., got those in Tyrian. Can I make that focus? TyrianDesign.etsy.com. And that's Amy, Life in the Mitten. She's here in the chat. Her shop's awesome. You should go check it out. So, and in fact, once I get through setting these pages up, I will, I'll go and populate tomorrow's schedule for the day, but then that's it. I'm not going to go into Tuesday or any other day of the week, just tomorrow. Okay. So this one and one more. And then these numbers are done. I'm just going to stick this back here in my little pocket. In fact, where's the stuff? Where's the rest of my stuff? Here we go. Stuff that needs to go back into the pocket. Well, where did those come from? And I just have some sticky notes. I stick in the front. Don't need that. Don't need that. Stick that back there. And then this is just reading this to see. And I don't think that that's anything that I need. This is a blotter page, but I just actually keep it as a bookmark. So tomorrow, let's take a look. Amy, you love seeing me place those stickers. I'm just like, yeah, they do fit perfectly. Yes, they do. They're exactly 5 millimeter, and they fit exactly in the squares. All right, so tomorrow is a very, very crazy day, you guys. All right, so let's just, so I'm using a fountain pen. I don't know what this ink is, but it's really pretty. It's like a brown gold. And I'll go ahead and write tomorrow's date, or tomorrow's day. Okay. So my day is going to begin at 10. The vaccine communications meeting. And then I have an interview with a potential new employee at 11. And then at noon until about 12:30, a staff meeting. And then at 1:30 till 2:30, it is a state of the county website meeting. And then 3 o'clock, I'm telling you guys, tomorrow is nuts. Another vaccine comms meeting. With community engagement. And then at 4 o'clock, I have a website review meeting. So yeah, tomorrow's going to be nuts. Tuesday doesn't look much better. What do we got? Oh, thank you, Laura, for linking Amy's shop. What about little old walkable towns? So Pinellas County, the Tarpon Springs, Dundee, and Safety Harbor. Okay, those are going on my list. I don't think I've been to any of those. And then, oh yeah, definitely antique shops, those kinds of things. Love it. And so Jennifer shopping. Okay, any other questions or concerns or ideas or anything else that you want to see? And I didn't use my blotting page and I just made a mess. Yes, I agree, Laura. Amy's got a bunch of videos that are planned with me to kind of show you what she's doing in her journals. In fact, I think she put one out today that I haven't watched yet. Okay. So thank you all for coming to my very first live stream video. I actually survived and I figured out how to do it. And now I'm all set and ready to tackle the day tomorrow. So anyway, if you are here in the live stream and you are not part of the Stationary Nerd Herd, be sure to go check us out on Facebook and join the group. Thanks for coming. I will talk to you guys on the flip side. All right. Talk to you later.